Following up on the Powell comments, I know you can't comment on Fed policy, but can you just tell us how confident is the White House right now that the U.S. will be able to avoid a recession?
I mean, look, I just laid out the data points in the beginning of this, beginning of my briefing when I talked about how the third quarter, there was a revision in the third quarter and how much it's growing, right? It was first said it was going to be estimated at 2.6%, and we're seeing it at 2.9%. Look, we believe that this is an economy that's resilient. We believe that, and it's resilient because of the president's work, because of the president's economic plan, because of what he did walking into this administration, putting forth the American Rescue Plan that got schools open, that got shots in arms as it relates to the vaccine, put forward a real comprehensive plan so those schools could be open, so that small businesses could open up again. And it's continued, right? With the bipartisan infrastructure legislation, creating jobs with the Inflation Reduction Act. This has been all part of the president's plan to make sure that we build from the bottom up and the middle out. And that work has been able to create 10 million jobs in this administration. And we just saw the president in Bay City, Michigan, where he talked about the manufacturing jobs, bringing jobs back to the country because of the CHIPS and Science Act, right? More than 700,000 manufacturing jobs that have been created in this president's administration because of the work that he's done. And so now what we're seeing, and you've heard us talk about this, is we're seeing an economy that's going into a transition to more stable and steady growth. So we do not foresee a recession. The data that I just laid out that we have seen the last couple months does not show a recession.
You have a response to Fed Chair Powell's remarks about inflation today.
So I have a little bit of what we wanted to say about that. Give me 1 second here. So when it comes to his comments, as you know, we are very clear about the Fed having their independence and respecting that independence. As we know, prior presidents have not made that clear, and it was not something that they did. Many of them did not do. So we want to give the Fed the space to do the work that they need. They have the best monetary tools to deal with inflation. Our economic team continues to believe that thanks to the president's economic team and his economic plan, we can bring inflation down without giving up the historic gains that we have made. Our economy has added 10 million jobs, and unemployment is near a 50-year low. And so, as I just stated, we saw that economic growth last quarter that was even stronger than previously estimated. It was previously estimated at 2.6%. Now we're seeing at 2.9%. So, again, as the chair said today, bottlenecks in goods production are easing, and goods price inflation appears to be easing. And so that is important. But I want to be very clear. We're going to give them their ability to work in an independent way and not going to interfere.
Hi, Karine, thank you. Was there any consensus among the leaders yesterday about how to deal with the debt ceiling in the meeting the president hosted? So
I don't have anything beyond what we laid out for you all in our readout. And as you know, again, I don't have anything else to lay out. I'm not going to go beyond what we talked about. We talked about as you know, the president talked to them about the four leaders about the rail situation, the rail strike, and averting that on making sure that we don't put the American people through an potential economic downturn, and also the government funding. Those are the things that I can tell you that they did definitely speak about.